Hello everybody, what's up? Professor Luffy here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a sports video. This was recommended to me by a friend, so I want to give it out a try and see what you guys think of it, how you guys like it. If you guys like the video, as always, please hit the like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button as well and hit the bell for notifications. Without further ado, let's get into the video, which is my top, or I wouldn't even say top, I would just say my 10 predictions for sports in 2021. And these aren't going to be like maybe not bold predictions, but realistic predictions that I think are actually going to happen. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting out, we're actually going to have an honorable mention, and this honorable mention is Aaron Rodgers wins the MVP award. Of course, this probably should be in at least the 10 because it is a prediction. However, I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to win the MVP award by default because of all the evidence we already have. So I don't really want to call it a prediction because there's already so much evidence out there stating his case for why he should be MVP, and MVP is only regular season. And by the time I'm recording this, it's already starting for the postseason. So at this point, I think I can only count as an honorable mention because I think we know that Aaron Rodgers is going to win the MVP, but that's just my honorable mention. He's going to win the MVP. He's got, I don't know how many, he's got like over 40 touchdowns and less than 10 interceptions, maybe 5. He's put up a stellar year getting the Packers to the 1 seed and a 13-3 record. So Aaron Rodgers definitely deserves the MVP award, and that's my honorable mention. Moving into number 9, we have James Wiseman wins the NBA Rookie of the Year award. I've only seen a little bit of Wiseman. I've also seen some other stuff by rookies and stats and whatnot. And stats aren't everything, but James Wiseman right now looks like an absolute stud for the Golden State Warriors, and I can definitely see his play is better than what Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball have been doing for their respective teams. And I don't know about any other rookies out there. I just assume that Edwards and Ball would be the two best players to contend for that. But right now, James Wiseman, he's able to do everything on the court, whether it's drive to the basket, even shoot the 3-ball for a big man. He's able to move so fluently, kind of like Giannis a bit, although he's definitely not as dominant as Giannis for sure. But he's able to do so many things with the ball in his hands as a playmaker, and I think it's strong. You can make a good case for him now to be the favorite for Rookie of the Year. That's definitely where I would go with that so far. Next up at number 8, we have the San Diego Padres making it to the World Series. Already with the players they have that even could be considered as like MVP candidates for their respective leagues, like Fernando Tatis and Manny Machado, as long as also with Eric Hosmer and Jake Cronenworth and players of their caliber. In the offseason, they added star pitching with Yu Darvish and Blake Snell. Pitching was a bit of a weakness for the Padres, so it's great that they were able to get those kinds of players. And frankly, the only team that I can see challenging the Padres would be the champions last year, the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the Dodgers absolutely have a roster that could beat the Padres. And I don't know if I can just say it's a gut feeling, but I think the Padres are really going to want to show up and show out as they're all in on their roster. And they just have a lot of weapons that are dangerous on the team, and they assembled the right players to make it so that way the Padres could make it to the World Series. Although I don't think they'll win the World Series, we'll have to get to another number, and you'll find out then. But I think the Padres are going to make it to the World Series in 2021. At number 7, we have the Philadelphia 76ers making it out of the Eastern Conference. I believe they're going to go to the finals but not win it. But why they're getting out of the East, even though the top contenders are arguably the Nets and the Bucks, and the Heat are in there too. However, they haven't shown strong at the beginning of the season. But I believe the 76ers are making it out of the East because of what they brought in. They brought in Danny Green for more shooting, and specifically Seth Curry, and those two are really helped Philadelphia's shooting increase, as well as increased or an improved role by Tobias Harris, who's playing a lot better this year than he did last year. And then with the addition of Doc Rivers at coach, it looks like they're playing a lot more smoother, and Embiid and Simmons are really developing a better chemistry with one another than they did under Brett Brown. So even though you got Kyrie and KD on the Nets, and then Holiday, Middleton, and Giannis on the Bucks, I believe the 76ers have the best all-around lineup, and I believe that they're going to make it out of the East in a 7-game series. At number 6, I have Derrick Henry winning the Offensive Player of the Year award. As a bulldozer, Derrick Henry absolutely stiff-arms people's career away. He disregards human life as he just tossed down Josh Norman, somebody on the Lions I don't know, but Derrick Henry has one mean stiff arm and you don't want to get caught by it. But the reason he's going to win the Offensive Player of the Year award is that he leads the league in yards, carries, and rushing touchdowns. And by yards, I mean he's got 2,000 yards on the season. I can't remember the last time we've had a 2,000-yard rusher, but I know 2,000 is really hard to achieve. And especially with the workload that he's taken on for the Titans, leading them to the playoff push and winning the division, Derrick Henry, I think, because he can't win the MVP award, I think he certainly has to win the Offensive Player of the Year award if they're going to give it to a non-quarterback at least. But I think Derrick Henry has to win Offensive Player of the Year award based on his play this season. Moving on to number 5, I'm going to have to say the Kansas City Chiefs repeat as Super Bowl champions. I think the only team in the AFC that can challenge them for that would be the Buffalo Bills, given that the way they're playing. However, the Chiefs are superior in roster to any team, and that specifically includes quarterback. Having the best quarterback in the league just makes it a lot easier for you to win, especially when you have all those weapons on offense. Even though the defense isn't great, it's certainly not bad. It's a lot better than what it used to be in years past. And it's still about an average defense, not really top or bottom, but it's just kind of there, and I think that it can hold up, at least for that offense to do its thing. So I would have the Chiefs winning Super Bowl again, and Patrick Mahomes getting a second consecutive ring. However, I do think that if the Chiefs do indeed win the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes won't get Super Bowl MVP. I think it'll be somebody else. But I have the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl at number 5. Moving on to number 4, we're going back to baseball. And I'm going to have the Yankees winning the World Series this year. And as I said, I think the Padres will get to the World Series. And that could be wrong because it could be the Dodgers too. But either way, I think the Yankees are winning the World Series. I think their path to get there isn't going to be as hard as either Dodgers or Padres, because the Rays have gotten weaker after losing Blake Snell. And I think that the Yankees' overall roster is just much better than any American League team, I would have to say. I don't think anybody can really stand up to the Yankees. I think their sluggers, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, even DJ LeMahieu, and so many other players that they have on that deep, deep lineup is enough for them to win a World Series, and I think they should. I thought maybe they would have last year. I didn't think that the Rays were going to knock them out, but I think the Yankees definitely have a roster that's built to win the World Series, to get there, and not just get there, but to win. I think the Rays definitely have the best chance of winning, or not the Rays, the Yankees have the best chance of winning the World Series, and I think they will. I think overall they have better hitters, and I don't know about pitching. I haven't followed them too closely, but I think that they have the sluggers to be able to put on some runs, play defense, and ultimately win a World Series like I thought they would last year. For number 3, we're going back to the NBA, and I have Anthony Davis winning the NBA MVP award. I think last year he had a strong case that he could have won it. Not that I think he was better than Giannis and LeBron, but I think Anthony Davis this year is going to have an even bigger breakout and just prove his dominance. I mean, when I see him on the court, it looks like he just dominates people with his big body and is able to just get that high shooting percentage and rebound and do so many things for a big man that ultimately he is one of the ultimate competitors. And I know a lot of people might favor Giannis or Luka or even LeBron, but I think Anthony Davis is going to have a better overall season whether he scores more points. He's probably going to score more points than LeBron because I think that he's trying to be that dominant scorer. And I think that he'll have a solid and consistent year, and ultimately I think he'll win the MVP award on a Lakers team that's a threat to everybody else in the league. Moving on to number 2, I have the Lakers repeating as NBA champions. And now with the Chiefs and Lakers, I have 2 champions going to repeat, but I truly believe that the Lakers can repeat as NBA champions. Already still having Anthony Davis and LeBron James, 2 of the best players in the world, already means that you're going to be in the title or in the conversation for winning the title. But then going out in the offseason to add Montrezl Harrell and Dennis Schroeder filled up some gaps that they may needed. Dennis Schroeder definitely helps fill in the point guard position instead of having LeBron do it all the time. And Montrezl Harrell, I think, is an upgrade over Dwight Howard, and being able to have a scorer and body like that in the paint's going to be huge for the Lakers with Anthony Davis already. So I think the Lakers in this offseason already proved that they were the best team when they won last year, and they only got improvements. I see no way that they downgraded from last year. And no matter what happens during the regular season, I think as long as no serious injuries occur to players, that the Lakers should repeat as NBA champions because they're that good. They can attack you and defend you in so many different ways. They won the title, and it looked kind of like with ease. The only way that they went to a Game 6 was because Jimmy Butler gave it everything he had. Otherwise, I thought the Lakers were going to steamroll the Heat. So for number 2, I have the Lakers repeating as NBA champions. And then number 1, my biggest prediction is that sports is going to have a good year. I know this feels like a cop-out, but I want to say that I think that last year, going on with COVID and social injustice issues and everything that we've been through in the past year, I think sports are going to find a way to thrive, even without fans in attendance for some games and other things like that. But I think sports, the NBA, the NFL, so many organizations have done such a good job of trying to get sports out for people to watch, and not only for people to watch, but for their players to compete. And it's been a thrill kind of watching the bubble a little bit, and I think that we're going to have another great year of sports like we had before. I know things are going to be rough and not everything's going to go the way that they want it to, but I think that sports are going to have a great year. And I really hope that prediction is true because I love watching everything that's been on in the past year. And I want that to continue to happen so that way people can have happiness when it may be in a sad and depressing time of their lives. So that's my 10. I guess you can count as my 11 with my honorable mention. So I guess you could count the 10, and then sports having a good year as my number 1. That's my number 1 prediction. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed my list, make sure you hit that like button. And if you didn't, let me know in the comments what you disagree with. If you think any of my predictions are either wrong or bold, or just whatever you think about my predictions, whether you might have liked them, please let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you haven't checked out my other stuff, go check it out. I have a lot of Pokemon content. I pulled some big cards and a lot of pack openings, so for those of you that like pack openings, I'm sure you like that. But either way, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for the support. So just thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. Let me know if you want another one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.